You're listening to the voice of IWA Flip here on Interfed Radio. Welcome to Around the United Nations League. With me in studios as always, off of the milk carton and back in studios, Commissioner Anderson. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I appreciate all the letters of concern, all the inquiries. Here I am, ready, present, excited to do our next UNL show.
Commissioner, I gotta get this public service announcement out.
Oh, okay.
Out there because we go through a lot here in the UNL, and we do care about our staff members. And there's been numerous reports of staff members that have, and again, you can't blame the interviewers and all the reporters out there for wanting to get an exclusive interview with Rick Rancher. But will you guys leave the man alone? When he wants to, say something, I guarantee you he will. I'm tired of getting all these, reports to, that human resources is, another guy got hurt. And just leave him the F alone. Leave Rick Rancher alone. He'll say what he wants to say when he wants to. I mean, I just had to get it out there so that everybody listening can just, give him his space. Yes. He's showing up for work. So, as long as he's showing up for work, that's all that we care about.
He's fulfilling his dates, yes.
Yeah. When he gets, settled in and, yeah. Well, so that being said, Commissioner, I had to get it out there because, we've already, had too many reports of that happening. And, so, now we can move on, and now I can breathe and I can relax, and we can, cover the champions. Breathe now.
Yes.
Oh man, I mean, Commissioner, it's our leagues, and we gotta watch out for our reporters, and
we do. Yeah, our staff is important,
Now this is United Nations number 40, Commissioner. Are we going
40?
Yes.
Wow. Been around 40 cycles.
Nice. Now, are we going over the champions first, or do we have any other public service announcements other than getting you off of the milk cartons and on studios?
I think, me being found and safe for now is good. We covered Rick Rancher needing his own space, so let's just keep the paparazzi away from him, and I think I'm ready to cover our champions.
Nice. For anyone listening, just in case you were wondering, we had a few RWL wrestlers go missing. Commissioner, we were, kind of having a hard time finding him. We found out that he was okay. He was just, doing his own, commissioner stuff behind the scenes. So, for anyone listening, Collision Course did open up a lot of angles, and a lot has happened since Collision Course. And, just want to let everyone know that everyone is safe. Commissioner is here, not missing. He's not in the UNL, or he's not in the LNL in some kind of basement. He is here. Oh, man. And let's see here. Who do we got? United Nations League number 40, our league champion. Long overdue. I mean, he's, Valinaria. Congratulations.
Thank you. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while,
Hey, now.
Hey, that's, it's my character. I'm allowed to say that.
Yes. There we go. We got. I was gonna go a different route, Commissioner, but I'll leave it at that. I like that.
Oh,
that was a good one. TV champion Naul. TV champion Naul. Glad to see him back on the title page as well. Let's see here. Nice. Look at these two guys. Brazil champion and China champion. The Hitmen. One from Belgium, one from Boston, but currently representing Brazil and China. Congratulations, gentlemen. Glad to see you guys back on the page. Great Britain champion from the Battle Royal. The newest member of Double Dutch, Vlexing Vladimir Verkempt. India champion. Ooh, newcomer to the UNL. And is this his first belt? Cycle Bolt?
First belt. Second cycle, first belt. Yeah.
Nicely done there, Cycle Bolt. I think Cycle Bolt and I went to the same high school because... we'll get to that later. We'll get to that. Yeah. Iran champion and Skullfire. Our Iran champion is Skullfire, teammate of Cycle Bolt. Do we know their teammates?
Correct. I'm pretty sure they're teammates.
Nice. Okay. Japan champion Buford Blackwood. Staying on that page. Look at him.
Yeah.
Mexico champion, which isn't going to make like Scavadora too happy, from the Battle Royal, humongous. Nigeria champion, also from the Battle Royal, Rex Redwood. Russia champion, also from the Battle Royal, Jake the Snake Sabo. Also from the Battle Royal, United States champion, Texas Hick, Rick Rancher.
Spend that dollar.
You know what? So, I mean, let's say it. I mean, breaking the fourth wall. I mean, what happened here? Did that many people moved up, or that many
People
people left?
moved
What
up,
the
but
hell
then
happened?
also, well, to be honest, I didn't look, but what sometimes happens too is, just for example, say Rex Redwood won the United States title, and then in the Battle Royal he moved up to Nigeria. Then the United States is now up for grabs in the Battle Royal also, and sometimes
Aha.
that happens.
Yeah, I was like, holy moly, why didn't I? We won't even talk about the way I play. But anyways, let's get let's get TV tag champion, or not TV tag team champions and winners of $19 in UNL credit, Black Mass, Buford Blackwood, and Humongous. So claiming and holding on to tag team supreme around here. Congratulations, gentlemen. TV tag team champions, Naul and Valinaria. Nice. I like it. That's one match I'm going to keep a close eye on this next couple of cycles, or this next upcoming cycle. I can't wait to see that one.
I
Six man
think my record is like 1-9, but it's cool.
in tag.
Against Black Mass, yeah, I think
Oh man,
it's not good.
dang, those guys are awesome, man. They hey, they called it. That's what they wanted, and they're showing it. TV six man looks like they got bored of just having the tag teams. It looks like they're coming for six man as well, and they're bringing Rex along with them. Black Mass and Rex Redwood. TV six man champion. Hey, welcome back to the six man uh, title. Ezekiel Crane, Ezekiel, Jake Snabel, and the associate Benjamin Felix.
We are all Ezekiel Crane.
We are all easy. Oh man, yeah. You ain't even heard the last of that one. Let me tell you. Let me tell you that, Commissioner. But we'll get into the trash talk on another episode because we got to keep focus here. I'm trying hard not to get too much into trash talk, but
It's
as you can
hard when you know have a league like the UNL and so much good stuff going on.
it really is, Commissioner. Oh man, yeah, that's an understatement there. Nice cover, Black Mass on the cover this cycle.
Yeah.
Um, now,
Little factoid for those who may be interested. Well, first, if I may, you know, I noticed that did we call it the Junior Triple Crown? What did we call it?
Yes, a junior triple crown. Yeah.
Blackwood and Mungus, Junior Triple Crown. So kudos on
Nice.
that. Naul, I think on the title page for the first time in 6 months.
I was about to stop you and tell you, you got no love for Rex Redwood, but you can't be a triple crown winner unless you have the tag team. And sorry, Rex. Sorry, Rex.
Yeah, sorry, Rex. Psycho Bolt and Skullfire you already mentioned. So kudos to those gentlemen. But to the cover, I there are little things that occasionally happen, and 40 tours in, it's a little harder to have a first time of something. But I believe this is the first time that I've used like the name of a wrestler or team to cover up the title.
Ooh.
Like we did this cycle. So I just like doing things that I haven't done yet.
Yeah, and fittingly so, because Black Mass has made that type of an impact around here.
Yes, I thought it was fitting. Yes, but anyway, just
Now-
a little factoid.
Now, before we get too deep into this, into the rest of the commissioner stuff, you want to remind the listeners or our UNL managers that this cycle we get 10 free matches.
Oh yeah, excellent. Yes, to our 7 listeners, thank you for your patronage. Are we up to a dozen yet? But in addition to this being a bonus scrub cycle, the UNL had the highest strategy average in the October report, which means that this cycle in November, each manager gets 10 free matches. So you essentially can get 50 matches for $12 because you have your 20. No. Oh my goodness. It's more than that. Why am I saying 50? It's 70.
Holy moly.
For your $12, you get your 20 matches, right? Your 40 scrub wins, and then 10 more free matches.
Ring the
So
alarm. Where's the alarm button, man? Jeez, ring it. Ring it,
yeah, we
Commissioner.
need to sound that off.
Yes.
70 matches for $12 is pretty
Holy
good.
moly.
Pretty good day.
I
So
know
yeah.
like I said, nothing. I mean, I've kind of shifted the way I play, so I've started alternating my match deal from different bronze age leagues, and I think I know where it's going this week. Woo!
We're gonna
Associates.
maximize the number of matches.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, go Associates. They're gonna move on up. Moving on up.
Moving on up.
Ah, nice. Now, let's see here. I mean, before we go any further, I know we like to mention the champions.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. Commissioners champions. Looks like international champion. We got a series going between Jacob Vandenberg, our current champion, and the masked monk himself, Walter Monk McGinn.
Yes. Very excited to see how that one plays out.
Yeah,
The series take place in cycles 40. So this past cycle was the first match. 40, 41, and 42. For those
nice.
of you who may not have heard me say it plenty of times already, this is their 3-cycle series. The challenger must win 2 matches for the International Can-Am and United Nations.
Nice. Can-Am series, we got current champion Ezekiel, uh, the mastermind Crane, going up against bigger than Texas. Kind of, I mean, you talk about silencing Texas. I mean, Alaska McFleece
Alaska
did just
Mifflins?
did just that, brother, and silenced him in a way that I was never saw coming. And
That we could not have predicted.
no, definitely not. So, again, leave it. If you didn't hear the warning, hear it again. Leave Rancher alone until he wants to talk. We don't want anybody else getting hurt. Leave him alone.
I feel like this is a flashback. Do you remember the video with the fan of Britney Spears? Leave her alone. Just leave
Oh,
him
nice.
alone. Like
Should have
leave
just,
him alone.
just so you know, that was me. It's just, I've gone through. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Now we got our world tag team champions, Black Mass, holding it down. Did you notice? Did anybody take them on this past cycle? Well,
Did anybody take them on, or did anyone defeat them?
did anyone defeat them? I was
Because
about to.
you're right. Well, they are our current UNL League champions, in addition to being World Tag Champions. And no one was successful in defeating them in a non-title match.
Oh, nice. Well,
So,
everyone listening, I've said it before. This is the United Nations League. You get two wrestlers. Get off your tushes and sign that match, because this cycle they got the actual the front page titles, and so somebody hopefully can take them down. But again, you got to beat them twice to take their world
take
tag
World
team.
Tag, right? But you can, take that first step and possibly win the league tag along with IWA credit.
Nice, I like it. More
So
incentive.
yeah.
Speaking of somebody that has made yeah, I enjoy the managers that run with it. I think more than anything, and this gentleman has not only picked up his picked up his angle and started just running with it, and like Scavadora is just he's on a roll, brother. I'm truly enjoying his angle and what he has going on, which we'll get more into in the trash talk edition. But yeah, glad to see him here as a TV champion. Now, how did he do against Valen? I'm thinking he's not too good. If Valen's our
Valen is our league champion. Yeah, let me. I'm going to double check that he didn't lose by less than the difference, because okay. We do have a new television champion in Valinaria.
Nice. Well, can't win them all, but
Yeah.
glad to see him listed and good
Well,
luck. Now, is this going to
and
set up Valen versus?
so the if I may, Valen versus the Cycle 40 winner, but if I may,
Of
uh,
the Battle Royal.
uh, correct. Excavadora, the only UNL wrestler who would have taken the television title from him this cycle is the one he happened to be facing. If he had wrestled any of the other, let's see how many active wrestlers we had. If he had wrestled any of the other 26 active wrestlers, he would have retained the television title. He faced the one person that would take it.
Oh
So,
man,
you know,
nice.
so a bad bit of luck there. But I like to mention that because it's like being, second best to Michael Jordan or something. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
It's
right.
like, hey, you're still, pretty good. But the Battle Royal winner in Cycle 40 was Marchand La Hitman de Belgium.
Nice.
Yes.
Now I know they I guess they bet it again. Oh, I don't want to get into trash like it. Okay, Phil, we do. We'll get to that. We will get to that. See, I almost, oh man, dang it.
Yeah. Yeah.
As I'm here we go. Technical difficulties. I shut down my PDF and back up because I was excited. I was scrolling up to look for the Battle Royal winner. Okay, now we got now this picture is pretty freaky, bro. I don't know what this guy was snorting when he took this shot, but my goodness.
TVB is intense.
He is very intense on this picture right
Yes.
here, brother.
Yes. Like me when I go camping.
Woo!
He is intense.
My goodness. Who is this? I mean, breaking the fourth wall. Who really is
Well,
this?
that's Brian Pillman when he became the loose cannon.
Brian Pillman, the loose. Holy moly! Because I was at first I looked at it and I was like, "Is this the Ultimate Warrior without paint?" I was like,
Well, I
"Who's
mean,
that?"
he was flying Brian Pillman for a while, right?
Okay,
And those of us who are fans of Japanese wrestling or early '90s WCW wrestling, but then he changed and altered him. He really was ahead of the curve. If I may sidebar for a moment, when wrestling fans think about like how wrestling changed in the late '90s, Brian Pillman was on the cutting edge of that as his loose cannon character, starting in WCW, coming over to WWE. But anyway, he got really jacked for a while, and then he got hurt. It was a unfortunate car accident,
ouch.
which messed up his ankle or his foot, his ankle, his foot. I think his ankle. Anyway, but yeah, that's Flying Brian Pillman, also
Nice.
known as Loose Cannon.
Or in our situation, UNL's TXVXB, baby.
You don't say the X's.
Ah, dang it!
Sorry, Mr.
Ah,
Joyce.
my goodness.
Sorry, Mr. Joyce.
That picture just
TXVXB.
that picture just makes me want to say the X's. I'm like, ooh, get him, brother. But I mean, he got the
Oh
tough
yeah,
feet ahead of him because
pretty tough first defense to face both Bill the Butcher Cutting and Akbar.
yeah, I mean, by far, I mean, you have Akbar who got his shot at this through Global's Greatest,
Right.
and Bill the Butcher who bar none is one of the best this year, if not the best.
Hard to argue that.
So here we go. Way to end the year, Commissioner, because my goodness, that's a great series to have at the end of the year here.
For sure.
I mean, speaking of Bill Butcher, I mean, just peeking down at your averages and your rankings. I mean, 496. Holy
Yeah.
moly!
Yeah. A three
Wow,
cycle average of 496.
my
Not
goodness.
easy.
No,
I love bronze, but bronze is hard to have a consistently 495 plus strat in. So to average 496, yeah, kudos to the tip of the cap, clap, pat on the back to the awesome manager of the Dead Rabbits because he brings it.
yeah. Speaking of awesome people, if you haven't read or if you're not keeping up with what the happenings are, make sure you check out Cromwell's Corner. Uh, Mr. Alexander Cromwell gives an exquisite recap of the happenings here in the UNL, and he speaks Spanish. Well, at least 2 words.
At least a little, yeah.
At least that's amazing, Mr. Cromwell. Amazing. It was mucha sorpresa too. It was mucha sorpresa that you had the bilingualness in there. That's awesome, brother. Awesome.
And what is that for our non-Spanish speaking?
What a surprise! What a surprise!
What a surprise!
What a surprise to see him speak a little bit of Spanolo.
Nice.
All right, Commissioner, hit that button, Commissioner. You know what time it is.
Global tournament time.
And we didn't mess it up. I was about to call it Global's greatest, and I'm like, he did it. He didn't mess it up. He went the right. Awesome, baby. Yes. Now, for all the fans listening, if you're a fan of tournaments, if you're a fan of just the nonstop tournament action, the UNL, none better, brother. None better. Now, we just got over, or a few cycles ago, we had Global's Greatest, where, this is where we mentioned Akbar, came out on top, defeating all the other global tournament champions. So, a new year to kind of build up our spool of talent, for next year's Global's Greatest event. And we had Bill Butcher last time.
Yes.
This cycle looks like it was Vandenberg versus one of the Joneses, Archie.
Correct. And let me triple check here. I literally looked right before we came on the air.
Nice.
And I'm still like, oh, let me double check. Jacob Vandenberg has earned his spot.
Yes.
In the Global's Greatest. So he will join CC DeVille, who won Global Tournament 33, Bill Cutting, who won Global Tournament 34, and now we have I'm going to type it in right now. This is real time, folks.
Making it official. Live.
Jacob Vandenberg has signed on the dotted line to participate in Global's Greatest next year via his Global Tournament 35 win.
And picked up a whopping 10 extra free matches.
And 10 free matches. Yeah, so he could have 80 matches for $12.
Yeah, baby. Now, Tournament 36, are we down to our two finalists? We had Martin versus Le Hitman Le Boston. And we had TVV versus, Bill Cutting.
Bill Cutting. So I think we should say Cutting from now on. But so the finals of Global Tournament 36 will be the Mashan Hitman from Boston. I wish I had a good accent to go along with that. I'm sorry. I'll work on it. By the next show, I'll have it. La Machan, La Hitman, La Belgium. It'll be better than that.
Well, it's Boston. No,
or Boston. Yeah, sorry, Boston. So I need a Boston accent. I don't know if I can do Boston. I'll look it up. Isn't that in The Departed? Anyway.
Yes.
I digress. It's a little, little breaking the fourth wall again. Flip and I are, we got on. We said, okay. Because normally we like to talk a little before, and we're like, okay, we're gonna keep that to a minimum so we can get started. And then we talked for an hour. So hopefully I'm not getting too punchy yet. So, Flip, if I digress, just rein me back in.
Don't worry,
now.
We're good. We're good.
So, the Hitman from Boston is in the finals, going against Bill Cutting. So
nice.
Bill could actually win 2 of the first 4 tournaments that qualify for next year.
What the?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm glad we got some new blood that's gonna kind of make things a little interesting and hopefully give Mr. I mean that's what we were saying about about Rancher last, when when I just started working with you on, maybe giving Rancher, because I know Rancher was dominating.
Yeah.
And next thing I haven't seen Rancher in a finisher in a while. So, I mean, again, I shouldn't be talking because I'm going to get punched in the face, but I leave the man his space. But I mean, yeah,
But,
come on, somebody give Rancher or Bill Cutting a kick in the nuts.
oh,
I'm
geez. I
sorry
was going
about
to say a pat on the back.
sorry. Again, again, I didn't
You
mean to
took
say
that another direction.
I didn't mean to say that. I mean, I just meant, hey, so somebody give him some competition. Somebody give him some competition. Dang it! Oh man. Okay, here we go. Okay, so and again, if you are interested, keep an eye out on the next couple of tournaments. We got 37 and 38, still brewing, and looks like 39 went back up to 10 free matches. Looks like we got more entrants.
Yeah, for 39. Unfortunately, tournament 40 will be 5 free matches again.
Hey,
We had both 37 and 30. Well, in cycles 38 and 39, we had 14 active managers. 15 gets us 10 free. And then in cycle 40, we had 14 active managers again. And 15 gets us 10 free. So, hey, 14 active and involved managers is awesome. So, no complaints, but tipping over that 15 to 18 mark that we've been consistently at will get us those 10 free matches for the league champion, 10 free matches for the winner of the global tournaments.
nice. I like it. I like it. Now, scrolling down, great poster. That's one ugly trio right there.
They're
Wow.
not on the they're not March, April, and May of any calendars. Is that what you're saying?
No, definitely no. They're definitely not gonna make what is that any cover of who was it John Legend that just won the sexiest man alive?
Yes, yes, it
Yeah, so
was.
they're definitely not gonna win that award anytime soon.
But they get it done in the ring.
Oh yeah, no, 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 nothing against her ring work, brother. And again, my buddy right there in the middle, I think is gonna give these two a run for their money because
For sure.
he is definitely due. And I
He's a
promise,
wily veteran.
yes, and I don't want to get hit in the face anymore with that whipping stick. So again, I'm going to keep promoting Akbar and the gang.
Um, and just for anybody who may be curious, I'm glad we're talking about our United Nations title series this time. Because it's a triple threat, the rules are not different, but I just want to clarify. Challengers have to beat the champion in 2 out of 3 matches, right? To become champion. So what happens here is if either Akbar or Bill Cutting beats TVB twice, they could become champion.
Nice.
Now, if although this is like not to question TVB's ability to retain the title, but if Akbar and Cutting both win 2 matches, then it comes down to who had the better record and then average between the 2 challengers. Right.
Like
so
yes.
if they're both 2-1 against TVB, but Bill Cutting is 3-0 against Akbar, well then Bill Cutting is our new champion. Right.
Gotcha. Perfect.
So just
now,
we're clear, because we've talked about it before. I like transparency.
Now,
I like
just
to make sure we all know.
For any new listeners to the UNL, why in the world do we have 3 people?
Oh, good question. Bill Cutting earned his number 1 contendership via having that incredible 496 average between cycles 37 and 39. Akbar earned his shot the only time during the year that someone earns it not by having the highest 3-cycle average, by winning the global greatest event, which takes all of the winners of the global tournaments throughout the year, places them in this large gauntlet match, and the winner of that earns a chance at the United Nations title.
Now, Commissioner, if you allow me, it hasn't always been this way. Can we mention why we changed that?
Well, last year was the first Global's greatest event. TVB won that event, and then what would you say, like petitioned
Petition, yeah.
or pushed for the winner of that event to get a UNL or UN title match, and he was successful. And so
Now
now a
wait a
year
minute, wait a
later,
minute. Can you restate that one more time for the record?
so
TVB petitioned?
yes,
Huh.
and then
Irony
was
is such a
yes,
mother.
yes, yes, and I'm like, it is incredibly ironic. You can't write this stuff. You can't write this stuff. He wins the title. His very first defense is a triple threat because of his previous victory and petition and ability to challenge for the UN title last year via his global tournament win or global greatest win.
Like you said, you couldn't have written the
You
script.
can't write that stuff.
That's
Yeah, we
amazing.
know WWE can't write anything good. So I mean, like, we just come
Ugh,
across this. Yeah.
low
Oh,
blow.
oh, pull that
Low
knife
blow.
out of your back. Yeah. Um,
Oh, nice. Now, is this all going to lead up to uh, World Warfare? Could possibly accumulate into World Warfare? Is that?
I mean, that's up to the managers. The way the UNL, I feel like we've said this a few times already, but for any new listeners, world our pay-per-views in the UNL are all focused around whatever storylines are happening.
Woohoo!
So we push the angle play, we push the stories, push the characters. UNL, if I may be so bold as to say, has some of the best characters the IWA is, in 2019. There are lots of good places with lots of good characters. We have some of the best, if I may be so bold. But that's what pushes our pay-per-views. The title matches are kind of their own thing, and sometimes they spill over into stories. So
Nice.
I'm very, very excited. I think you and I have been talking. Talking with other managers. World Warfare 3 is gearing up to be a big show.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Not for me.
Now, World Warfare 3 already. I love it. Nice.
I know. I can't believe it. UNL, we're in our third year. We're cycle or tour 40. We're into our third year. We're getting ready to have the third World Warfare. I'm so happy and grateful for those 40 cycles. Hopefully, I'm around for 140 more. So
Let's
stuff.
do it. Let's do it. Oh man. Now, Commissioner, is there any other commissioner business we forgot or that we want to get on this show?
Well, I don't know if there's anything else for the UNL, but we should mention our Bronze Age stuff. I do believe. Do you
Ooh,
think?
you know what? I am so glad we had a little extra time here. Yes, let's do it.
So, UNL has joined with the Living Nightmare League and the Revolution Wrestling League. For in the Bronze Age, we've been together 4 cycles now, officially, right? So we have some events going. We have our first Bronze Conqueror, Suzik's Blood Moon, who is defending this cycle against UNL champion TVB.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Get my
So,
hands warmed up for that one.
yes. So that'll
Nice.
be, I'm sure, an epic contest. So good luck to both competitors. We have our first free event. The winner is going to earn $15 in IWA credit in whichever bronze league they want. So we're paring down from 107 to 40. You'll see those advanced E's this cycle who made it to the top 40. And we also started our and this shout out to the other collaborators in the Bronze Age. They came up with the name of our tag team champions for the Bronze Age. They will be the Knights of the Bronze Age.
Ooh.
So we have that tournament starting. All of this is available in the Bronze Bulletin magazine that you will see on the IWA website. Please, check it out. It's pretty good stuff, if I may say so myself. So we have the Knights of the Bronze Age tournament to crown our first Bronze Age tag team champions. And then also we have our, kind of our recap pages, but that's the Bronze Age happenings. And we have some other events, kind of in talks. So I'm so excited.
Yeah, no,
I feel
I
like
think
I'm beating a dead horse, but I love doing our Bronze Age stuff
now I
with
think
you.
I think we mentioned and in some of the other Bronze Age or the other leagues that it's just something to give you guys a little more money for your or more bang for your buck type.
Yeah,
It's just there's enough going on in and within each of the leagues. Not there's you have enough already, and then
right.
you add these little sprinkles or the cherry or the whipped cream or whatever else on top. It's just like boom,
Yeah,
like there you go.
right. And I don't know if I've mentioned it on air, but kind of like the it to me it harkens back to the days of where you would have like each part of the country would have its own promotion running, and then you
Yes.
would have your champion or your top stars kind of run, like visiting some of those other places, and kind of that's how I see uh the Bronze Age is it's something extra. Like we each, like you said, like the UNL has their own stuff going on, the LNL has their own stuff going on, RWL has their own stuff going on, and all three leagues have excellent managers. I'm so thankful that all three leagues are you know doing their own thing, but then we kind of come together for this little extra.
Yeah, like having someone like Susie Moon or Suzex or Susie, which I think whichever way you want to pronounce it, come over and just be in the UNL for just this cycle, just to have a character that yeah, that is. She was a seven-time, you know, Revolution X champion over there in the
Yeah,
RWL. I mean, just and the Revolution or the Revolt X champion is like the UN. I mean, she's won that belt.
right. Well, yeah, to for our UNL listeners who may be less familiar with the RWL, and really, I can't encourage you more highly to check it out. But the Revolt X title is defended every cycle, and so Susie Moon, successfully defended that title 7 cycles in a row, which is that record may never be broken. So
Yeah, I mean,
kudos.
yeah, that was one that was like, are you kidding me? Again, again,
Yeah,
like
that was a run. That was an
yeah.
epic run.
Yeah, but I mean, and again, each league has its own structure, its own base. So yeah, definitely cool to see those two come and clash. And now, I hate to put you on the spot, Commissioner, but have you
Oh,
guys decided when you guys do launch or when once it does crown its first tag team champions there in the Knights of the Bronze Age? Are both titles going to be running? Like, are they going to travel together, or is one
oh,
title?
excellent question. To be fair, we haven't. I was thinking about it this week, but we have not finalized
Cool.
anything on that. I think there's the possibility where we could alternate it. I think there's a possibility where we could run a different schedule or we could run the same schedule. I think there are pros and cons to each of those.
Okay.
So
But still in the works
the
behind the
yeah,
scenes.
yeah,
Cool.
yes. Balin, who terrifies me, and Commissioner Goldstein and myself, we'll get that all figured out.
Nice. I like it. All right, Commissioner. We're gonna wrap this one up because unless we got anything else, remember, got a lot of free matches, got a lot of cool match deals in the UNL. Get your matches in. As soon as we post this, you should be thinking about getting your matches in because I think matches are due by Monday. If you got this
Oh yeah,
far,
excellent. Oh, we should have opened with that.
we'll
Yeah,
open the
thank you
trash
to
talk
those
with
of you
that
that
one.
are listening. Yeah. Yeah, I should. Oh, I did
Well,
post on the UNL Facebook page.
we'll
Yeah,
open the trash talk
bronze
with
is
that,
due
Commissioner.
Monday morning by 8 a.m. They're gonna
Clip
post bronze on Monday. Oh
on
man, I'm so
Monday.
excited. I'm even more excited now. We're gonna get bronze and jade Monday, Tuesday.
I like it. Here we go. All right, guys, you've been listening to Commissioner Scott Anderson and myself, IWA Flip, here on Around the United Nations. Tune into the Trash Talk. We'll see you in a bit.